Привет! Добрый вечер. It is David Speltnikov here to talk about the results of the French Grand Prix. Well, two-time Olympic medalist and figure skating coach Alexander Zhulin commented on the performance of Russian figure skaters at the French Grand Prix. The competition was won by Anya Shcherbakova. Alena Kostornaia took second place. Shcherbakova is a great fighter. There are no words. Not everyone after such a fall can get together and continue to shine to the end. Anya has a rich, amazing program. Now she is one of the main favorites. Kostornaya, unfortunately, after the fall, showed nothing in terms of artistry. She just skated and thought, "It's so bad that I fell on the triple axel." Her entire program was held under the auspices of this. If she does not change her attitude and does not understanding that she owes everyone and not just herself, then the Olympics will not shine for her. She is incredibly beautiful and talented, Zhulin said in an interview with Sports 24 correspondent Anastasia Dragomir. And you see, he had many other thoughts as he talked to many reporters after this competition. Figure skating coach Alexander Zhulin commented to Sport.ru on Anya Shcherbakova's victory at the French Grand Prix. Some say that Eteri Tudbaridze is a monster coach. Look who she was sitting with. She sat with Kostornaya and did not take Shcherbakova to the start, who in general needed the shoulder of Eteri Georgievna. She understood that Kostornaya fell on the triple axel. She needed to be supported. It costs a lot. I hope Alyona will notice this, and next time she will answer her with 2 triple axels for such behavior. And Shcherbakova is a genius, a monster. With such a fall, a quadruple lats. This is for all the boys in general. Everyone should see how a person fell from the very first element, but fell so that it was possible not to collect the bones, and then makes a quadruple flip, going for the whole program, and even with emotions and artistry. This is my favorite program this year. Honor and praise. She is just an amazing girl. Well, he had other words about Ksenia Sinitsina and Alena Kostornaia. Susha is a gorgeous girl, but her junior skating sleeps out very much. These jumps are all under-rotated. She is an incredibly talented girl, and she has a great future. But so far, she does not have enough meat. Is the unsuccessful triple axel of Kostornaya a problem in psychology? No. It is clear that all the jumps, let Alyona not be offended, are a little out of their last strength, although her technique is simply phenomenal. I was most upset that she showed very strongly that after the triple axel, everything was over. She skated the program as if just doing a favor. Because of this, the program was not from the word at all. They were just jumps, and the music of Billie Eilish was just playing. If you do it, then you need to do it with some idea, some concept, and there is just a set of elements to the music. So my close friend, from my point of view, friend Eteri Georgievna Tudbaridze will not be offended by me, since I always speak head-on, because I have a right. I have been for many years already, said Zhulin. Now this is very interesting. As he says, if you do it, then you need to do it with some idea, some concept. Otherwise, it is just a set of elements. Well, this is a coach and choreographer who admittedly, during the last Olympic cycle, changed the music of the free dance for Bobrova and Soloviev, but kept every stitch of choreography, every step, exactly the same. But Tatiana Tarasova found it very hard to watch Kostornaya's free program. Honored coach of the USSR Tatiana Anatolievna Tarasova admitted that she does not like the current free program of the European champion, Alena Kostornaia. The 18-year-old figure skater won a silver medal at the stage of the Grand Prix series in France. In the free program, Kostornaya performed to the song Lovely by American singer Billie Eilish. I don't understand the arbitrary program of Kostornaya. They all love and listen to Billie Eilish, but listening is one thing, and skating a program is another. But I always say that there is something I do not understand in modern music. It is very difficult to watch this program, and I understand it. And her short, New York, New York, is simply gorgeous. But you see, the 1-2 finish of the girls from Russia is not the only thing to discuss this weekend. You see, according to sports.ru, a real miracle is happening in our dancing right now. The duet of Diana Davis and Gleb Smolkin suddenly burst into the world elite. The magic began yesterday at the Warsaw Cup. Pause, this is bullshit. The magic began last year when suddenly, after the judges went out for dinner with Eteri Tudbaridze for her birthday, suddenly Diana Davis and Gleb beat the more beautiful, more favored team of Angelika Krylova. But let's let these bloggers continue this nonsense. The magic began yesterday at the Warsaw Cup, one of the challenger tournaments, the second in figure skating status after the Grand Prix. The Russian couple won the rhythm dance with phenomenal points, 81.30. This is the 8th result in the table of the best dancers of the Olympic season, and in general, a breakthrough rare for the conservative dancing world. At first glance, this is not the most fantastic news, but now you will understand that there has probably never been anything like it in figure skating. Well, perhaps we forget the rise of the scores of Yulia Lipnitskaya and Adelina Sotnikova, but I digress. A short acquaintance. Diana Davis is 18 years old and Smolkin is 22. They are the children of stellar parents. Diana's mother is Eteri Tudbaridze herself. Her father? Well, Sergeyevna. Gleb's father is the famous actor Boris Smolkin. The skaters have been skating together since 2018, but are holding their first season among adults. By juniors, now it's amazing, they were kept in the shadow of other duos. For example, at the last Junior World Championships in 2020, Davis and Smolkin were only 5th, the worst among Russian duos. And at the Grand Prix finals of the same season, they finished last. Now everything has turned upside down. Perhaps finally, the work in the USA with Igor Shpilban affected. He has been training a couple since the summer of 2019, although he is officially listed as a coach in Hrustalny. But you see, this is back to the unappreciated, unbelievable meteoric rise. You see, because back in Warsaw, in a rhythm dance, Davis and Smolkin improved their personal best by 6 points in a week. In September, at the US Classic, they received 75.21 points for the rhythm dance. But the results of that tournament are not taken into account by the ISU in the official statistics. So, the progress looks even more powerful. A week ago, they performed at the Austrian Ice Challenge, finishing the rhythm dance with the 4th result, 73.37. And now almost 8 points have been added to that amount in a week. A separate triumph with a technical score of 47.30 points. For comparison, the reigning world champions Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Ketsalapov received only 0.27 points more for their dance at the Japanese Grand Prix. And the best result of Alexandra Stepanova and Ivan Bukan, conditionally the second place duet in the country, this season cost only 44.84 points. Well, and just a funny detail, at the French Grand Prix stage, which is taking place simultaneously with the Warsaw Cup, Diana and Gleb would now take 3rd place, just 0.05 points behind the Canadians, Piper Gillies and Paul Poirier, who somehow won a bronze medal at the World Championships. And they would be confidently ahead of Stepanova and Bukin by 1.41 points. I would love to sit with some of the judges and listen to how they explain these assessments to me. Even the Canadian partner, Megan Duhamel, had questions about what was happening. Of course, comparing scores from 2 tournaments of different levels is not very correct, but it is important to understand that the Warsaw Cup is quite an official competition, which is judged by international referees, and the results are automatically ratified by the ISU. For example, a Polish woman named Galina Gordon-Półtorak worked as the technical controller, and she judged dances back in Nagano 1998 and Salt Lake City 2002. Editor's note, Galina Gordon-Półtorak has long been a friend of Marina Zoueva and Igor Shpilband, and today she proved her friendship with these scores. You see, Galina was very instrumental with the success of Meryl Davis and Charlie White, and Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer back in the days of Sochi, back in the days of Vancouver. You see, Galina Gulden Poltarek is a very interesting figure. You see, in Nagano, 1998, some remember it, when it was Oksana Grishuk and Evgeny Platov first place, Angelika Krylova and Oleg Ovsyannikov second. But if you watched commentary in America or Canada, they simply said that 5 Russian judges all voted in lockstep, something called block judging, as though Tatiana Tarasova and the Russian Federation were able to fix an ice dancing competition. You know, could you believe such a word? Shailin Bourne complaining all about that, oh, my compulsory dance was better. I mean, what? Because Oksana Grishuk put her foot down during a compulsory dance and still finished in first place despite a visible error over Angelika Krylova, who was crying because she was never able to beat, you know, the great Oksana Grishuk, the former paramour of adulterer Alexander Zhulin. Well, in Salt Lake City 2002, Galina also helped negotiate the gold medal for Marina Anisina and Gwendel Pezara, which was apparently part of a quid pro quo if you listen to American television, because Russia would win the pair event and France, with the Russian female partner, would win the ice dance. Galina has been a very loyal comrade for many years, and you know, she is a very aficionado person in a very, very legitimate sport of ice dancing. In any case, this is not a championship or the Russian Cup where gift bonuses are awarded for complex elements, for having a father like Nikolai Morozov or Eteri Gogevna Tudbaridze or Igor Shpilband. And enthusiastic estimates are given to skaters on which the federation is betting. Everything is serious. It looks like this is the best start in ice dancing in history. Even a brilliant Frenchman, Gabriela Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron, did not receive such an enthusiastic assessment from the judges in their first season. Just compare their best rhythm dance performances in their last junior and first adult seasons. They earned just 61.58 points in 2013 and only 60.05 points at the Nice Cup in the fall of 2013. You see, Davis and Smolkin first earned 66.53 points in 2020, and they now earn 81.03 points for the rhythm dance at the Warsaw Cup. Do you feel the scale? This is a great team. This is a team on the rise. They are already outscoring Stepanova and Bukin. Perhaps there is no height that they cannot reach. This is a team they are on a meteoric rise. They are like a spaceship. Well, maybe we shouldn't say spaceship. We all remember the Challenger. You know, this is like a meteor coming. They are falling into Earth like an asteroid. Some may say they are destroying the sport of ice dance, but I say they are claiming their place. It doesn't matter if they are the only team on Earth. They are the champions of the future. And I am very excited for Eteri Georgievna Tuberidze and Igor Shpilband, who together are being honorable, only as honorable as Marina Zoueva, who has somehow managed to get the points for Daisuke Takahashi with her friend Galina Poltarek. This is a situation that Tim Coletto, who gave up his US citizenship and married his partner, he would not be going to Olympic Games because Marina Zoueva and Igor Shpilband and Galina Poltarek are one of the most famous duos in ice dancing. But you see, this is not the only situation in ice dance. As you see, there is one team that is preventing Russia from being at the top of the podium. And Zhulin is sure that pro-American refereeing prevented Sinitsina and Ketselapov from scoring better at the Japanese Grand Prix. Immediately after the victory of Victoria Sinitsina and Nikita Ketselapov at the Japanese stage of the Grand Prix, their coach Alexander Zhulin burst into emotions. I'm happy they bounced back, thank God. You see what's the matter. Vicky and Nikita have never in their life had only a level 1 sequence of steps on one leg. The minimum was the third. And suddenly, Vika forgot how to skate. She makes it only level 1. Nikita only to the second. The tournament was tough in terms of the technical panel. I think that there was a little struggle imposed on us here. Of course, nothing was imposed on Shock and Bates, because it was imposed by an American technician. But you see, next week, Sinitsina and Ketselapov will return on home soil. You see, this week, Papadakis and Cicerone earned 132 points in France, their home. How will the Russian judges respond for the refereeing of Sinitsyn and Ketselapov on Russian ice? Could they score perhaps a 132 of their own to make this situation between the top two couples a little bit more interesting, between the world champions of now and the world champions of the past, as we head into the European Championships, the Grand Prix final, and the Olympic Games, as the gold medal in ice dancing is far from decided. For Terry Tudbaridze, last week she had to be embarrassed by the untimely injury of Daria Usashova. But you see, this week, Maya Khromish could not secure the maximum points that she could have achieved at Warsaw. You see, the skater had the nerve to step out of a quadruple toe loop and fall on another, only to fall again on a triple Riedberger. You know, as Eteri Georgievna is trying to secure 3 spots for the Olympics, she has to look who will her third girl be. Is she supposed to be reliant on Trusova with a broken foot, Daria Usashova with a broken hip, or Maya Khromic, who is falling on a triple Riedberger? Or is she to rely on Alena Kostornaia, who wears stickers all over her face like a 5th grade girl during her program in France? You see, what is Eteri Tudbaridze to do? Who is she to go to? What to do? Where to go? Who to skate? How will she be having 3 girls at Olympic Games with this situation? No. Will it be Tukta Misheva, who is coming from the senior citizen home to the Olympics? This is not the best week for Eteri Tudbaridze. And of course, while she is in France, Evgenia Tarasova manages to land all of her jumps for the first time in God knows how long. Evgenia Tarasova looking so calm, so confident, without Eteri Tudbaridze in Poland. What is this to be? Of course, it is Eteri who is making her so confident. But why? Why does Evgenia Tarasova have the nerve to fall in front of Eteri Georgievna? This is bullshit. Okay? It is Eteri who is giving this sport life. She created Diana Davis. She created the success of Tarasova Morozov, and she created the great success of Alyona Kostornaya, who pissed it away to go with Sergei Razanov and the Angels of Plushenka, and to come back with a shitty triple axel and these stickers all over her face. This is not a week of Eteri Tudbaridze. She tried to get the untalented, uncharismatic Maya Khromic to the top of the podium, and this girl had the nerve to fall all over the ice in Poland. This is bullshit. Let me tell it you. Only Anna Shcherbakova should remain with Kamila Valieva for the Olympics with Eteri Tudbaridze. No, Mishin will get another spot with Elizaveta Tuktamisheva unless we can send Alexander Trusova to the very best doctor, as Trusova has yet to return to the ice of Hrustalny. Trusova is losing days, and no, to see her skate without quadruple jumps is not to see the great skating of the days of yesteryear, as Trusova needs every quad to make us forget that the rest of the program is surely learn to skate. Well, we will keep watching the situation as we head to Russia for the last stage of the Grand Prix, and Kamila Valieva, who will make us all forget about the ungrateful, untalented, uncharismatic students of Team Tudbaridze, who have not given Eteri the Olympic season she surely was hoping for. I'm David Speltnikov, and I'm here watching for you. Good night. Пока.